Alrighty. This will be our tanking run for Sanguine Depths. Quite a fun little dungeon. I actually haven't tanked this one before, so we'll see. We'll see how she looks. I'm hoping we do alright. I don't really know the fights. As always, we are going for the full looking for group experience, which is to say we are bumblefucking our way through it. Apparently there's a quest in here. Okay, we get 3 by 250. And if we complete this dungeon, we also complete our quest. We get a renown and a 184 item level item. So let's fucking do it, cunts. See how she goes. Now, I am fully expecting there to be some wipes for 2 reasons. First reason, I haven't actually done this dungeon as a tank. I've done it plenty of times as a healer. But dungeons are a lot different when you're tanking versus when you're healing. Healing seems to be... It is probably... I don't know if it's necessarily harder, but it's at least as hard as tanking, I feel. But what ends up happening as a healer, you don't necessarily have to do the mechanics, which is why it's slightly easier in some ways. You don't have to worry about realistically, you know, outside of not standing in things or standing in particular things, you don't have to do much else. Which is good, because fucking hell, it's hard enough as it is. Hoping we get some loot out of this. I'll be fucking pretty keen as a bean if we get some loot. Now, trying to do some self-healing here. Don't know what's going on. These boys, have we overpulled? Have we underpulled? What's going on? Oh, fuck. Am I not pulling this? Am I not doing this mob correctly? That was some serious damage that we were taking. But, healer's good to go. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm a shaman healer. We'll get her done. Now, this dungeon's a bit of a pain to... The camera keeps jumping in and out because there's a lot of tight corridors and shit. So it can be a bit tricky. And you definitely want to have your camera zoomed out as much as possible for the fights. So you can actually have a bit of raid awareness, you know. I'm going to pull into the next group now. Fuck off, cunt. Fuck. Jesus. Boys are doing a lot of DPS off these mobs. Can be a little bit tricky to keep aggro when there's a lot of AoE damage and shit. This is why that trinket I was looking at a bit earlier, which actually drops off this one, it does a 1,000 damage to mobs occurring within 10 yards. Really powerful because it's a little bit of extra damage. The more AoE damage you can do within sort of that 10 to 15 yard range, especially as a prot pally, Consecration's great. This is on cooldown. Avenging Wrath is on cooldown. This is great, but it's only within melee range. But it is an AoE. So, can be tricky. Now, let's have a fucking squeeze here about how we're going to do this. Bit of a squizzy. Face them this way. Can't. Interrupt that engorge. Boy. Fuck. Copping a bit of damage here. I'm probably standing in shit, but as you can see, there's a lot going on. And I've had a beer, so, you know, that's what happens. Fucking go for it, mate. You and me can't. Let's do it. I start off with Vanquish's Hammer as the pull and go from there. I tell ya, not having to wait for healers and shit to really get back their mana and stuff, it's quite good. Fuck. So we wasted our interrupt. Someone else interrupted the ability that he... Juggernaut, move to that guy. Okay. Don't quite understand the abilities on this boss. Now, you're looking for a guide on how to do this boss. Well, I'm not your guy. I'm going to cast Fleshcraft. Just, I mean, why not, right? Bit of extra safety from damage. Make the healer's life a bit easier. Now, he has popped SLT, so I'm going to try and keep him... Well, he is relatively close, but... Oh, cool. So we smacked him. DPS, then. 4.5k, 4.5k. The warrior slightly edging out the monk. I came third, which is a little bit weird. Don't quite know why the mage was doing such low DPS. Like, oh god. Come on, mate. Boys. This is why I think you need a hunter with misdirect, like, or a rogue. I think rogues have got the same ability. It's so fucking powerful. It makes life so much easier as a tank. Let me fucking tell you what. And it does become easier to pull and keep aggro when you're higher item level too, because you are doing a lot more damage, and realistically, the amount of damage you're doing is a massive factor in aggro. Probably the main factor. I was speaking earlier in the evening about how interrupts and stuff also generate a lot of aggro, but I don't know if that's still the case. It used to. Alright. Well, first boss was easy. He's hoping the next one's fucking straightforward too. Fuck, so I fucked up then. I should have cast Avenging Wrath instead of burning my my interrupt, because it actually hit me in the ass then a little bit. But we do have additionals. I gotta remember that we do have Arcane Torrent, which would have been awesome then because you have multiple casters, and also the stun too in Hammer of Justice. It's a very powerful spell. I think you can skip this mob usually, but whatever. Fucking these cunts, man. Boy, the DPS. They're going balls to the fucking wall. Which is good. I mean, at the end of the day, I'd prefer... My preference is higher DPS. It's this way, isn't it? Or is it this way? I fucking forget. Much prefer higher DPS than low DPS, because you can actually, you know, kill the bosses, which seems to be our problem that we've been having last night and earlier this evening, where the DPS was just so fucking low. Can't do anything now. I should be dispelling myself. No, this is not dispellable. This is a magic effect which we can't dispel. See, if Word of Glory was off global cooldown, it'd be so fucking powerful. Any ability that's off a global cooldown is just amazing. It really is. Have we gone the wrong way? I feel like we've gone. I feel like we've gone the wrong way. No, we've gone the right way. Have we gone the right way? Yeah, we have gone the right way. Fucking hell. Tell you what, sometimes it's just such a different thing when you're actually leading the dungeon as the tank. It's incredible how little you pay attention sometimes to the surroundings when you're doing healing. Fuck me. Just Hammer of Justice that cunt. Actually, I don't think it worked on him. Alright. So in Mythic, these prison cells open. So that's interesting. What's the aggro on the big boy? I guess part of the issue is I'm relying a lot on my AoE spells when new mobs get introduced to to the fight, which you shouldn't be doing. I knew that mob came out of the cell, and I should have actually targeted him first, you know, because I've got aggro on the rest of the cards. Like, there's no need to still hit him. Like, now I'm not going to go back to the other mobs because I know I've got enough aggro. Well, I say that. Obviously, I don't. Oh boy, come here, come on. But normally, you know, you'll have enough aggro where it's not that big of a deal. Oh boy. I have a feeling we're going to pull all of these cunts. Just don't want to pull the other mobs. Fuck. Come on. Okay. Oh, fuck me. Alright, I'm going to go back. Yes, great. Alright. So, thankfully, this blood effect on the ground didn't last all that... Well, it lasted a while, but it means... This previous... the previous blot disappeared, so we could pull backwards out of the one that had just appeared. So, very handy, that. Now, I keep losing aggro on this... What's this mob called? Remnant of Fury. So I'm going to try and, you know, get him on the go. It's whoever the fucking warrior's attacking. I think he's just pulling so much aggro. Although now that I think about it, I'm fairly certain that warriors have a spell much like Misdirect, where they, you know, the damage gets misdirected. So, I don't know. Oh shit, this is the boss, isn't it? Fuck. I actually don't know how to do this boss as a tank, but that's alright. Coalesce Manifestation. Switch targets to whom? This one. Oh boy. Now, some of these guys, like the druid, he's a druid. He should be he's a boomkin at that. He should be self-healing. Something I've learnt watching some of the higher level guys doing their biz is the people should be self-healing as much as possible. Realistically, there's no reason as a DPS who has self-heals, for example, something like a paladin, druid, should be self-healing. Me as a tank, I should be self-healing as much as possible also. Alright, I'm going to actually pop Ardent Defender, try and make life a little bit easier. And we've done it, so that's good. Now, will I get loot? No, that's alright. We needed the 6 gold. Now that did remind me, I do need to get better at using cooldowns. I used, obviously, Ardent Defender, but I probably could have used both of those a little bit earlier. Both Ardent Defender and Guardian of the Ancient Kings a little bit earlier. As well as Fleshcraft. Got to take advantage of that a bit more too. Cheeky little chain heal that we got then. That was nice. So, I think with that one went, you know, it was a bit how you going, but for someone who's not done that boss before as a tank, it went okay. Just need to get a little bit better at cooldown management, I suppose. Now we can pull that boss, so I've got to be very careful here. This sort of shit normally gets fucking pulled by overzealous AoE, by like druids and that sort of shit. In particular, I think Starfall, because it's like everyone within 40 yards. So they'll do it, and they'll pull fucking the boss. Like, it's, yeah. Alright, well, let's just fucking wait for this dot to fall off, and then we'll get after the boss. Grand Proctor Berelia. Now, I have a bit of an idea of how to do this one, but I guess we'll see how we go. I got 2k crit off our Shield of Righteous then. That wasn't too bad then. Okay. Fuck. Accidentally used my interrupt, but that's okay. Oh boy. We are getting our shit pushed in just a scotch. Didn't take the most advantage. Of our Avenging Wrath then, but that's okay. Back off, Mr. You're in my range. I am going to cast Fleshcrafter. Should help tank some of that damage, and apparently not tank some of that damage. We are going to pop both of our cooldowns. We are about to get to the end of the fight though, so got to keep remembering. Oh, we got a belt plate piece, which we don't need. But that's okay. We can disenchant it. Now, I think what's happening and what happened then is that I'm a little bit too reliant on Word of Glory. You know, I was waiting for Word of Glory to come. And just didn't have enough charges for it, I suppose. Now, we did get a loot. And now, see, this is the thing, right? This particular item, we can disenchant it for 350 gold. So it's not completely a dead end or a wasted drop. But, I mean, you know, I prefer a fucking upgrade. I wouldn't have thought it was too much to ask for a trinket upgrade. Just saying. Okay. Oh boy. Fuck, this combination of mobs is an absolute cunt. And we don't actually have any of our cooldowns off cooldown. A defensive off cooldown. Okay, that's not dispellable. I can imagine how painful that would be in Mythic Plus. Can I not mine him? You'd think that the Stone Gargoyle would be fucking mineable, but anyway. Alright. I don't know what we do here. What's a field animal conductor do? No, let's get after it then. I don't really know what that's meant to do, but anyway. Oh, I missed the interrupt then. Fuck. Yeah, this is probably the fight I'm dreading the most. I definitely feel like it can be a bit tricky. There's a lot of shit going on, and you have to do the standing and the thing, and it's, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna self-heal. Where the fuck's Shining Radiance? There isn't one? That was weird. And it actually kicked me into those mobs. So he's died. Alright, so I'm gonna wipe it up. So the player died. I think he died and he didn't use the Shining Radiance thing. So I believe that's what's happened. He's battle resed himself. We're only just here, so I didn't really want to. I didn't bother to wait. Considering how close we are. fuck's this cunt doing? He needs to release and run. I was thinking his bear's going to keep coming. Maybe. Yeah, they do keep coming, actually. Alright. At least we killed some trash, and that's something. But you need to be using the sword. Actually, that reminds me, who the fuck's got the sword? Oh, he's got it. Cool. Alright, let's just fucking do it. Let's do it, mate. He can catch up. Alright. So we're on to the next set of mobs anyway. Oh, did he reset? Is that what happens? He might have reset, hey. I'm not going to complain. Makes this fucking trash a lot easier. I have noticed there has been a fair number of dungeons that have had just random glitches on the go. It's really strange. Shit not happening when it should be happening. Fuck. Bloody hell. Oh, he's got the earth totem out. I'm like, what the fuck is pulling aggro? This cunt's serious? But that earth totem, it actually is really fucking helpful. It's an excellent defensive cooldown. Makes life... Come on, pop the thing, man. Pop the fucking thing. No? Okay. It's alright. Just random trash. Common trash. Kill all these vampires. Boss man's rocked up. Oh no, it's not just a random gargoyle. Seem to be doing a bit better this time around. So, like I said, I think what happened is our dude that had the thing, the radiance causing thing, died. Fuck, I shouldn't have used that. I think that's what's happened. I am going to heal myself. May need to pop some defensives here. But so far, he hasn't actually cast that ability. Only once he's cast it, so I don't know. I could have sworn he should be casting it a bit more. Maybe we're killing him quick enough. I don't know, but... So... Yeah, so he's fucking off. So I don't think he casts it when he fucks off like that. Maybe he should be, I don't know. Like I've been saying, we've been getting some weird fucking errors in some of these dungeons. I'm gonna tell you what. These fucking gargoyles are absolute cunt. Oh my god, I don't know what happened then. Copped a lot of damage. One of the guys I watch, he plays back his mythic runs, his keystones, but he actually plays them back and watches what he's doing. And it's certainly a really good way to learn, you know, things that you should be keeping an eye on, and by checking your mistakes of things that you've missed, makes life a whole heck of a lot easier. But we're almost there, almost done. This last boss fight here is pretty good. It's fun and it seems fairly easy. Do some mining. Maybe we might get some ore off these cunts. I don't know. No, just a stone haunch. Making pretty good time off this boss, off this dungeon, so I don't mind doing a bit of mining, you know. I got to get me stone haunches. Ah, there you go. Porous stone. Worth. Definitely worth. We're just waiting for the healer. How does this warrior keep forgetting to do his buff? Like, it freaks me the fuck out. Okay. We're last going to pop my cooldowns as well. I mean, why the fuck not? This boss is pretty good in that you can really take advantage of those cooldowns. He doesn't do a lot of random shit where he's unattackable or whatever. Obviously, you gotta still not stand in shit, but still. Doing some not bad DPS. Not bad, not bad. Keen to get our Rogon action on board. Ah, come on, bro. What are you doing? You're killing it. Killing us here, mate. Oh, balls. Maybe I'm the one that's killing it. Let's keep casting Fleshcraft here and see what happens. Okay, he's casting SLT. Really is a great defensive cooldown, that one. Quite like it. This fight is actually quite good because it is such a small area. You know, all your AoE shit should be hitting it. You should be getting good value out of your AoE shit. And we fucking killed him. That was quick. Alright, well, let's have a squeeze of what we've got. Turns out I haven't even done this on Heroic. So, I don't know fucking how that happened. Come on, cunts. Ah, all we got was a renown. New adventurer available. Companion pet available.